really good way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Really is a great basketball game. I love the way our kids competed. Michigan State as well, just really worked their tail off. They're always a challenge wherever you play them to score on, and we just really couldn't get good looks. They just shut down a lot of things that we do, and they were really good at get a great defensive plan. It worked really well. So we still could stick in there, where they didn't kill us on the boards like they have sometimes up here, and we did a great job on, for the most part, on some of their primary guys. At the same time, McQuaid's play was he hasn't been shooting well. We left him open three times. You can't do that. It was only a matter of time before he started shooting well better, and we made him healthy. So we lost each half by 4 points. That's 2 or 3 possessions. They won big in 2 halves, and that's the story of the game. So we're really anxious to watch the video and see how we can get better. Got to play through physical contact. We did not do it in the first half, and I can't wait to show it to our guys. Not to berate them, just show them what we're talking about. If you're going to play in the Big Ten, if you're going to play in the NCAA tournament, you're going to play in the pros. What you can do when you have some type of physical contact and offense. You can't settle, and we did it, and it cost us.
Coach, what was wrong with Zach today, and just didn't seem to have the energy?
No, he did not practice the last 2 days with the flu, and so he didn't go to practice at all. Not an excuse. He's not making an excuse. He told me at halftime, Coach, I'm fine, but he did not practice on Thursday. He did not practice on Friday. So he did not practice on Friday. Didn't even come to practice on Friday, and on Saturday he did not practice as well. But he practiced like 15 minutes, and he said we were just trying to save him and hope that he could do all right. But it was obvious he wasn't himself.
He played 36 minutes. Did you consider maybe playing him less than that?
Well, we were trying to, but Muhammad was in foul trouble as well, and he didn't. I think when I look back at it, it probably was the right thing to do. But all of a sudden, he could he's one of our best passers. He's one of our best scorers. He plays 3 different positions for us. It's hard to take him out of there as long as he tell me he felt right. If he felt he was dizzy or anything, he wouldn't have been in there.
Coach, you mentioned rebounds. You had 14 offensive rebounds that turned into 10 more shot attempts than Michigan State had. What was lacking from a quality standpoint? What were they taking you out of in terms of your half-court offense?
They're just really good at being physical with their defense without fouling. And we did get to the foul line a ton, so I do like that we did that, but it's basically Derek Walton get to the foul line. So they're just really physical with us. And in the first half, a couple of our guys, when there was a wall in front of them, there's a move or a counter move or just keep on going, we stopped. So, like I said, it's like that. We can talk it to ever, but when they see it on video, they'll learn from it, and we'll get better because we have to get better. It's not just Michigan State. Anybody. These are as we grow as a team with a couple of our young guys, they're going to learn and just get better at it. And I'm excited about the opportunity they have to improve.
John, Derek's been playing some of the best basketball, I think, since he's been at Michigan. Can you just kind of assess this past few games for him, and is it frustrating to lose a game like this? Seeing Derek, playing at such a high level.
He's been up there 3 times and lost in overtime, and then the game today. I think he understands this rivalry probably as good as anybody out there, but he's doing it in all these games right now. So this is I know he feels bad about it, but we got to be ready for Ohio State now, and we got a week to sort of try and fix some of the things we need to fix. I don't know if you can do it in a week, but we'll try to.
Could you look at the way that he's playing would you say this is maybe the highest that you've seen him play?
I can't judge. I really can't judge that. He's we go through 4 years and 100 and some games. He's playing well right now, as well as he's played. Let's just say that.
John, you mentioned looking at the film and looking forward. Just after these guys get a chance to watch it, do you think it's going to be to their benefit that you play Michigan State again in about 8-9 days' time?
You don't know. That's a great question. When we have these quirks in the schedule, we're playing somebody so quickly. The big benefit is that the kids don't have to relearn the scouting report. I think they got enough short-term memory. But Michigan State is good. I mean, all the people that follow them. I mean, it's like we just went. Their 2 big guys are out. I mean, and they're playing with freshmen out there. They have give them a ton of credit right now, and we got to get better. They've had to adjust to Miles being in and out. They're a really good team with a super coaching staff, great talent. They're a good team. And whether it's 9 days from now or 29 days from now, right, it's going to be a heck of a challenge to beat them, as it always is.
You had 9 turnovers in the second half. That's how many you average per game
Yeah.
this season. Was it more self-inflicted, or was it Michigan State's defense?
No, I thought that their defense was terrific. Their defense was terrific. And we'll look at it and we'll try to find a way to do some things better. But they're good at it. They're just really good, and they've always been good for years and years and years. And then when we have been able to beat them, our offense was really clicking and really good. It wasn't tonight, and credit Michigan State.
John, this is probably a media angle question, but
Yeah.
before you came here, there seemed to be a lot more animosity between these two programs than now. Does that speak to the mutual respect that you and Tom have?
I don't know. I haven't, and you can ask Tom that question. I'm not like one of those guys. I mean, we're going into these games and we respect everybody, but they're the enemy for 40 minutes now, right? And then you go back, and this is college basketball, and you got great rivalries and so many things happening. And I was excited to talk to Mark Dean. I've never talked to him since I got here, and that he's a heck of a coach as well. These are great rivalries. This is good. You're all here. The place is packed. Why? Because you got two great programs going at it. And it's a great experience. So I just embrace it as an opportunity. Those 40 minutes are not close to a war, but there's a lot of the two enemies going at it. And now afterwards, maybe they feel differently. That's the way I feel about anybody. And wherever I've been, there's been those other teams that you're always trying to get. I'm more about the bigger picture of a win or a loss to a team does not make our season. Right? It makes it, what are you doing at the end of the year, and is your team getting better as you go through the year?
John, question for you just about the freshmen, the play for Michigan State. Maybe Tom was a little anxious to see how they would respond to the rivalry. Your seniors, Derek doing his thing today. Just how did they impact the game? All three of them are in double digits, and Miles especially down the stretch. It looked like they were kind of isolating him.
Yeah, they just isolated him, and he just took it right at us right now, and that hasn't been a strength for us, just guarding the dribble, just guarding a guy one-on-one. They get great spacing on it. They got shooters out there. I thought one of the most impressive plays was it was really a dagger, the fast break, where we were loaded up thinking this freshman is going to charge into us, and we're going the other way. And he threw a direct, perfect pass to McQuaid in the right corner. I mean, that's exceptional play. And there's very few can do that. So he's not playing like a freshman. But Ward is such a good play, and they do a great job of that with their post guys. And Cassius was absolutely tremendous tonight, was a big difference maker in the game. The way he got to the basket, got through our ball screen, made some good plays.
John, it was right in front of your bench there late, the little dust-up with Ward and Mo. I guess, first of all, what did you see and hear on that? Because it looked like the ref pulled him
You'd
back.
have to look on TV what happened. I think that's that normal as people are going to their benches, they're crossing, and probably an inadvertent
it looked
bump.
like the refs pulled them back together.
Yeah, they pulled them together in our huddle, which was probably created more of a thing. But so you don't. It happened. They got control of it. Both kids cleaned up if there was anything going on. Passion on both sides, but I wouldn't make too much of that.
Does that change things for you, though, with Mo picking up his fourth foul there?
Well, yeah, the technical foul. I don't think so. I do not think so. It was their defense that was so good in this game.
Coach, you spoke of Michigan State's defense. Did they show you anything different on the perimeter? Because it didn't seem like your guys had as many open looks as they have in the past.
They really guarded a pick and pop on Maurice really well. They really were good at it. Now, that's part of ours. If we're not driving hard on a pick and roll and making their bigs guard us, if we're just throwing it back to Mo to get into other action, it doesn't fool anybody. So that's something we got to do. But they were really good at that. And then individually right now on some of our guys played great individual defense. They just really played it. They're a little deeper than we are right now. And so they had some fresh bodies on us, and it bothered us.
Coach, what is it about Wagner's specific role on the team that makes it hard when he's out with foul trouble for the offense to function the way that it,
Who did you say?
Wagner.
Yeah, okay.
When he's in foul trouble, what is it about his specific role in the offense that makes it hard for that to function when he's on the bench?
Well, I don't know if there's that type of difference. He's got a high skill level, and it allows us to flow through some things. But he also, is learning defensively. So he's still a work in progress, and there's going to be, as we've talked about for 2 years now, he's going to make plays where you say, wow, I can't wait to watch him develop. And then you'll see another thing and say, why is he still doing that? You know, and he's learning. He's a very willing student, wants to get better. He'll be upset with us, very passionate about his teammates, and he's a great guy to coach. But at times he makes our offense and our defense much better.
Coach, what does your team need to do to change its success on the road on opponents' home court?
It's all been the same story. There's a few in the first half or in the second half. There's been 2 or 3 possessions that we're just not as good as we need to be. And so, all these games that we have lost on the road, and that's college basketball. But this team's going to have great challenges down the road. I don't know how many we have left, but that's the way it is. That's what Maryland's been able to do, and Wisconsin's been able to do, and a few other teams have been able to do that. And we're one of those.